Hi everyone, I'm Daniela and welcome to Black Cat Kitchen. Today we're making the fluffiest, lightest scones you've ever had. Now whether you call them scones or scones, this is the recipe you'll want to be using. I wanted to share this recipe with you today to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. 70 years in one job. Can you imagine? No. So let's jump into the recipe. See the description below for a list of ingredients. We'll start by sifting 400 grams of flour, 20 grams of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. We're using type 00 flour. It's typically reserved for pasta, but it allows for your scones to be nice and light and fluffy. For the flakiest scones, I recommend to freeze your block of butter overnight. Then rather than dicing and cubing it, grate it on a cheese grater so that you get beautiful strands of butter all through your dough. Add 115 grams of your cold grated butter to your flour mix. And we're just going to rub this together with our fingertips. It's okay not to have all of the butter rubbed into your flour, but you'll want most of it to be combined. We're looking for this gorgeous sandy consistency. Add in 80 grams of caster sugar and give that a little stir just to combine. If you want, now's the time to add in any dried fruits, up to 50 grams. Caster sugar is key in this recipe. You want it to be able to melt into the dough in that short bake time. So if you can't find caster sugar, superfine sugar is a great alternative. Otherwise, just give your granulated sugar a few pulses in your food processor. Add in 175 milliliters of whole milk. Whole milk helps to keep the moistness of your scone. I wouldn't recommend going any lower fat than that. You'll want to really gently mix this together just until the milk begins to absorb in the flour and you have a soft, shaggy dough. Be careful not to overmix or you might get more dense scones. Once your dough has this shaggy, crumbly texture, cover it over with some cling film and let it rest for about 30 minutes. Once the dough has rested, you can really see how it's absorbed all of that liquid and it's a much softer dough. Lightly dust your work surface with a little bit of flour and turn out your dough. We're going to use the heat of our hands just to bring the dough together into a rollable consistency. Pat your dough down into a bit of a square, and I like to cut mine into quarters with a bread scraper, but you can use a knife. Take each quarter and stack them on top of each other, then just give them a gentle press down until you've made that lovely square again. And now we'll roll out our dough until it's about 2 centimeters thick, making sure to add a little bit of flour if you have any sticking. This technique creates lamination in our scones and allows for that nice flaky finish. I'm using a 58 millimeter cutter, but you can use one between 5.5 and 6.5 centimeters. Cut out your scones and place them on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. You don't want to overwork your dough, so once you've rolled it out and cut out your first batch of scones, gently bring it together, give it another gentle roll out, and cut out the remaining scones. Now we'll whisk up an egg to give our scones a beautiful glossy top. Unlike most bakes, you want to place your scones quite close together on your baking tray. This allows them to rise up higher. Now let your scones rest for another 30 minutes while the oven preheats. You'll want to turn the oven to 220 degrees Celsius or 425 degrees Fahrenheit. These will bake for 10 to 15 minutes or until they're nice and golden on top. Now into the oven. Do you prefer the Devonshire way of cream first and then jam? Or are you more of a Cornish fan of jam first and then cream? Do you like butter on your scones? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Scones fit for a queen. Thanks so much for watching. If you're hungry for more, check out another recipe up there. And make sure to hit that subscribe button down there. Leave us a comment down below and a big thumbs up. We'll see you next time.